Hey everyone, today we are going to be filming a Valentine's Day look. We did a pinkish smoky eye with a really dramatic liner. As you can see on both sides, it's really out there, with really bold lashes and a really bright pink lipstick, and I'm loving it. During this tutorial, I am also talking about a few things, friendship. I'm talking about moms bullying each other, you know, just different topics that I think or that I wanted to talk about that I've had on my chest for the past few days. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that, you know, me talking through it, I will fast forward some of it and put a little bit of music, but for the most part, I am going to be talking through it. So I hope you guys do enjoy it. I hope that this will give you a nice good look for you to take out, you know, for your Valentine's Day date. If you have one, if you don't have one, then whatever, get ready for yourself. Why not, right? I had my hair curled, but it's kind of flat now. So here's the full look. But anyways, you know, I'm just talking about moms bullying each other, friendship, stuff like that. Again, I'm loving doing these makeup tutorials. I'm loving, you know, doing my makeup on camera. I think what I'm actually going to start doing is talking while I'm doing my makeup instead of doing a talk show, not a talk show, but like just talking or just makeup. I think I'm going to do both because it was a lot of fun, and it just made me, you know, while I'm doing makeup, I'm always just like, okay, this is what you do now, this is what you do now. But it seems like the time passed a little bit faster when I was actually talking about stuff. So I think I'm going to do that from now on. I'm not sure. Leave a comment below if you think that's a good idea. Follow me on Instagram, makeup by talk with K-A-Y. Follow me on Twitter, makeup by K-A-Y-B, just the letter B. And obviously subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, because I know a lot of you are watching, but you're not subscribing, so subscribe for me. Obviously I want to, you know, make my channel a lot bigger, but I can't really do that when you guys aren't subscribing. So subscribe for me, share these videos with your friends if you like what I'm talking about. And I hope you guys like it. Have a good night, and check out my Instagram because there will be some photos of this look, and you know, you'll be able to see what products I used as well as what you see in the video. You can create this look with different palettes. You don't have to use the same exact makeup that I used, but you know, the Maybelline palettes are awesome. I'm like in love with them. They have some really good colors in them, and they just work really well. And the Wet n Wild lipsticks, you will see that I'm obsessed with those because they're 93 cents and they work amazing, and they actually really do last. So try those out too. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. I love when you guys leave me comments or send me emails or anything else. So thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. I hope that this Valentine's Day look is a good look. I'm gonna do another Valentine's Day look, a little bit more of like a softer look for the next video, so that way you have two different things to go to see which one you like better. So I hope you guys enjoy them. All right, bye.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, and the tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression.
liking the lighting in here right now. It looks really good. So now I am going to add some gold, because who doesn't love gold? I'm gonna go to my Milani Bella Gold. Well, I realized that I think all of the Milani eyeshadows say like Bella something. You know, Bella Gold, Bella Chiffon, Bella Emerald. And I'm gonna just put a little gold. Not a lot, but just a little around the entire bottom part. You have to like use a lot of the gold for it to really show up. So when I say I'm not like putting, I just mean I'm not gonna like make it really show, but you do have to use a lot for it to show. So that's just gonna give it like a little bit of glitter. I know it looks really weird right now, but I promise it's gonna look good in a minute. I'm gonna go to my Bella Diamond from Milani. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and put it just kind of in the middle here to lighten it. Because I saw this really cool look where it was like dark on the inside, dark on the outside, and it was like light in the middle, and it looked really pretty. I was looking at Valentine's Day looks, that's why. Because I'm a creep and I wanted to try some out, and I saw one that looked like what I'm doing now, and it looked really cool. I know it looks really weird not finished, but once it's finished it'll look pretty good. And then go back to the Bella Diamond. And remember to outline your eyebrows and really emphasize your arch. Like pack it on where your arch is. Because that's going to make your eyes really pop. I mean your eyebrows. You guys know I always go down a little bit so that it doesn't look like there's just like a line of white. Where did my gold brush go? Do you see how the gold just kind of adds like shimmer? It doesn't really necessarily add a color. I think it looks really pretty. I'm just going to use a little like tiny brush to get in like the corners of my eyes with that gold. As well as the first pink that we used. Actually, sorry, no, the lighter pink. Which was in the Maybelline palette, the blush nudes. I need to blend a little more, or on this side, because this side has a little bit more black. Okay, so for underneath this side of the eye, I'm actually gonna use this from the blush palette. It's like a, it looks black, but it's like a purple pink shimmer color. So another topic I guess I'll talk about while we're doing this is, I kind of talked about it a little bit at the beginning of my last video, but I don't think that anybody should be telling anyone how to parent their kids. Now, if you think a child, you know, their well-being, like, you know, they're not being showered, they're not being fed or something like that, then that's a little different. But I got a very rude comment from someone because my son was playing with a cord that he shouldn't have been playing with, and as soon as I realized it, he obviously stopped playing with the cord. But the comments that I got were really rude, and I know who they were from because it was one of the girls who tried to bully me, or did bully me, on Facebook. And basically, you know, I'm not the best parent in the world. Nobody is the best parent in the world, and your children are gonna do dangerous things sometimes that you can't help. I guess my son, in the video it looks like he's putting the charger in his mouth, which he actually really was not doing. I mean, it doesn't look like it to me. That's what they said, and I went and watched it just to see. And, you know, maybe he did. And they were trying to say that, you know, I'm so conceited that I'm not even watching my son. While I was doing my makeup, I could see my son in the mirror, and I was in the middle of doing eyeliner while he was putting this in his mouth, putting the cord in his mouth, or whatever he was doing with the cord. And I caught it after that, and, you know, obviously made him take it out of his mouth and stop playing with it because he shouldn't be playing with a charger. He actually unplugged it from my computer. It's not like I just, you know, leave things around for him to play with. And the comment that I got was really rude. Obviously, I reported the person and I blocked them because, you know, it's They shouldn't be saying things like that to me. You know, and my son knows that he's not supposed to chew on cords. So as soon as he put it in his mouth and then he took it right out right after, before I even had to tell him to take it out. But then obviously I told him not to play with it right after that. But you know, saying mean, rude, and judgmental things towards other parents is really not okay. You know, no parent is perfect. I'm not perfect, certainly. I don't portray myself to be the perfect parent. I don't sit there and, you know, act like I'm the perfect parent, because I'm not. I mean, my son, you know, he gets into things and I can't really help that. You know, he's 2. That's what 2-year-olds do. They push their limits and see what they can get away with. They get into things, they play with things they shouldn't be playing with. And, you know, the person that left the comment, the name was or I think it's the JC. Now, the woman who I'm talking about, all of the liked videos were videos of her. So I know that it was either a fake account that she made, or it was her husband. And they were just targeting me because of some stupid blog thing that was a total lie. But besides that, you know, it's not okay for you to judge anybody, you know, because their child did something. Because I guarantee that their child one day is going to get into something, or already has gotten into something that they shouldn't have been into or been playing with. And it's just funny, you know, that I'm being called out on it. And they're doing that because they're trying to make me look like a bad parent. Of course I deleted it, and they were like, oh yeah, you don't want to show that comment. Of course not. I'm not going to show that comment where you're making me look like an idiot, like I don't take care of my child. My child is very well taken care of. You know, and I don't ever put anybody else down about their parenting. So why am I going to leave a comment up where I'm being put down about my parenting, you know, and being called conceited and this and that and whatever. It's just really not okay to do things like that. Like, I don't know where they think that they, you know, like, they're not my parents. They're nobody to me. So your opinion on what I do or how I raise my child honestly doesn't matter. And I'm sure that they're gonna stalk my videos, because that's what they do. They block me and then they stalk me. Block and stalk. That's what they do. You know, and I've already threatened them with restraining orders before and this and that. They obviously aren't going to stop, so I may have to eventually take legal action. But, you know, all of you moms out there, I want you to know that you are a good mother. If your child gets into something that they shouldn't be getting into, that's okay, because they're children. And that doesn't make you a bad mom or a bad person or anything like that. That makes you a human. You are a human. I mean, I'm sorry, like, I would never call somebody a bad mom because of that. Like, you're a human being and your child is gonna do things behind your back, and there's nothing you can really do to stop that. Seriously, I mean, they're, like, kids are so sneaky. They do whatever they want, and, you know, the fact that they are targeting me is just ridiculous. I mean, you obviously have nothing better to do. But, you know, I just want all moms out there to know that if somebody is treating you like that, don't listen to them, because they have nothing better to do than sit there and stalk your page. I'm just going back to my eyebrows, and I'm just going to touch them up a little bit. You know, if they have nothing better to do than stalk your page and comment on your parenting, then, I mean, let them and just laugh it off, which is what I did. But, you know, I want to raise awareness about bullying, because bullying isn't just in kids. There's a lot of bullying between moms, and people don't realize how much bullying there actually is between women. And these are grown women that, you know, have kids, are married, and this and that. And they're seriously bullying other moms because of the things they do. There's this whole thing about formula feeding moms and breastfeeding moms. Like, get over it already. If somebody wants to formula feed their kid, let them formula feed their kid. If somebody wants to breastfeed, let them breastfeed. Why are you going to get in their business, and why are you going to make a comment about it or do anything like that? Because it's not your kid. That's the whole point. Like, you're going to raise your kids how you want to raise them. And, you know, everybody else is going to raise their kids how they want to raise them. So for you to, you know, try to say things about their parenting, it isn't your child. Like, worry about your own children, basically. Like, don't worry about anybody else's child unless, you know, obviously there's some kind of, you know, abuse or what, something like that. Then, of course, then that's when you should step in. But if that child, you know, gets into something or whatever, like, that doesn't make you a bad parent. That makes you a human. And this whole thing where moms are judging moms because of, you know, the way that they, you know, dress their kids. Not everyone can afford to dress their kids in, you know, the most expensive clothes. Not everyone can afford that kind of stuff. I buy my son clothes I buy a lot of stuff at like Goodwill, and now I'm just going to my Tarte palette and I'm just going to do a little bit more contouring. I buy some of my son's stuff at Goodwill. I buy some of it at you know, like thrift stores. I buy some of it at Walmart. I buy some more expensive stuff. Like, I buy a little bit everywhere. So like, you know, not everyone, like, I'm sorry, but we live off pretty much one income. I am a photographer, but that isn't our, you know, sole, you know, income. My husband's income is. And we can't afford all the time to be buying, you know, crazy name brand stuff and, you know, spending all that money. If you can do that, then that's great for you, and I'm, you know, happy for you, but, you know, not every parent can. And you shouldn't be judged for stuff like that either. I see a lot of people like, "Oh, she buys stuff at Goodwill." Oh, you know, not necessarily to me, but like, you know, to other, I've heard people say it about other people, and it's like, why does it matter if they get stuff at Goodwill? You can actually find a lot of good stuff at Goodwill, and I think it's becoming a little bit more of a trend now, getting stuff at Goodwill, because of, you know, people are trying to recycle more and do stuff like that. But honestly, like, why does it matter? If your kid is happy and healthy, has food on the table, that's really all that should matter. Not whether they're wearing Jordans. I mean, I would never put my kid in Jordans anyways because that's just not my style. I know that, you know, some people like to have their kids in the newest Jordans that came out or whatever. That's just not my style. I would probably never buy it unless my son was old enough to ask for a pair. It's just not, you know, I'm not really into that. But, you know, those are expensive. Even Converse. Converse are like almost $40 a pair for Converse. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. So if you can see, I'm doing my eyeliner super, super like out and dramatic. You know, it's just, I don't know. I've just had a lot on my mind about like the parent bullying and stuff like that, and it's really been getting to me.
worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. And the tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I